Sometimes on this spiritual path, we have picked up these beliefs unknowingly that it's not okay to love material things or physical things. And yet we're here to love. We're here to experience form. We're here to play and create in form. The power of love can truly do what may seem to be impossible in our life. The power of love can heal. The power of love can transcend. The power of love can create. The power of love can draw to us the most magical and miraculous outcomes just by being in that state of love, focusing on love, and feeling that love.
Your life is meant to be extraordinary. You are worthy of having it all. You can experience anything that you choose for you.
Hello, I'm Sara Landon, and I'm so excited to welcome you to this episode of the Journey of the Master podcast. And today we are talking about one of my favorite topics, the power of love. The power of love to awaken you, the power of love to manifest in your life, and the power of love to do the impossible. We're going to dive into this and talk so much more about this subject today. Hello to our amazing community, to all of you who are listening. And we want you to know you can also get this podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, as well as our book, The Wisdom of the Council, Channeled Messages for Living Your Purpose, which is available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or wherever books are sold, as well as available on audiobook. And keep your eye out in 2023 because in June we have a new book coming out with the best-selling New York Times author Mike Dooley. That book is available now for pre-purchase at Amazon, and that is called The Dream, The Journey, Eternity, and God. I think you will absolutely love that book as much as we do. So let's talk about the power of love. The word love can be very overused, misunderstood, have many different meanings, but ultimately, love is a feeling. It is activating every cell in your body to a higher vibration and a higher frequency. Love is a feeling. We've all felt it for different reasons. And the first thing I want to bring to all of our attention about love is this: whatever you love is perfect. On this spiritual path, we have picked up these beliefs unknowingly that it's not okay to love material things or physical things. And yet we're here to love. We're here to experience form. We're here to play and create in form. And the things that we love really provide us with that vibrational alignment, that frequency to draw to us more and more experiences to love. So whatever you love, allow it to be a catalyst for raising your vibration and raising your consciousness. There's never any judgment about what you love. I love roses. I love animals. I love so many things that are part of this human experience. And I know you do too. There are places that we love. There are things that we love. There are people that we love. I can think of so many people in my life that just to think about them, my heart just expands because I have such love for them. But here's the thing. All of that love that you feel for anything, no matter what it is, all of that energy of love moves through you first. So while you think you're projecting or focusing on what you love that's out there in the world, like a place or a person or something that you love, really understand that the power of love is that all of that love is moving through you first and foremost. So when you focus on love, when you focus on what or who you love, you are truly aligning the cells of your body into a frequency or a vibration of feeling love. Now, here's the amazing part about the power of love. The power of love can truly do what may seem to be impossible in our life. The power of love can heal. The power of love can transcend. The power of love can create. The power of love can draw to us the most magical and miraculous outcomes just by being in that state of love, focusing on love, and feeling that love. Anything truly becomes possible for us. I want you to think about, just for a moment, something that you really, really love, whatever it is. Go into your heart and really feel the love that you feel. It could be for a beloved pet or a child or a family member or friend. It could be for a place that you've visited. It can even be a memory or a moment of love. Just really feel it in your heart. And now feel it in every cell of your body. Expand that love that you feel up to the top of your head, down to the bottom of your feet, out your fingertips. Just expand that love so that every cell of your body is aligned to that vibration and frequency of love. And just notice how good you feel within your very being. Feel that. And know that you don't have to be focused on anything specific, but just being aligned to that feeling of love has the power to draw to you the highest outcome, the highest potential, your highest expression here in physical form, manifested and realized in your life. The power of love also has a very interesting way of awakening us. The power of love can awaken anyone. The power of love can awaken you. The power of love to awaken us is so important in this incredible time of the transformation of human consciousness that is occurring. From my perspective, I truly do believe we are living in an awakening world where every day more and more people are awakening to the truth of who they are, which is love. It is the truth of who everyone is, and it truly is the highest truth. There is only love. Recently, on a channeled call, one of our beloved community members, Sally, asked the question, is there really only two emotions, fear and love? To which the council answered, what is really behind fear? If you're fearful that something's going to happen to someone you love, or you're fearful about losing something you love, what is really behind that fear? And the answer is love. You can really take any emotion, and when you get to the root of that emotion, there's only love. That is the highest truth. So as we align with that, and as we realize that not only is our own highest truth that we are only love, but it is the truth of everyone. And now I know your mind or your brain might want to say, well, not this person or that person. But truly in that moment, when you are denying love for another, you are denying love for yourself, because your body, the cells in your body, the particles of infinite creation that are always responding to you, don't know the difference between you trying to deny love outside of you and denying love for you. When we do not deny love for ourselves, we can fully awaken to the truth of who we are. The council says that anything that you love has the power to awaken you, has the power to awaken anyone. And there are so many things that come to mind when I hear that. I think of a dear friend of mine who wasn't really into spirituality or personal transformation or consciousness at all until he met someone that he fell very, very deeply in love with, that he felt such resonance with and felt so very loved by. This person didn't judge him. He felt accepted for the first time in his life. He felt truly loved for the first time in his life. And because of that, he became very open to what she was interested in, very open to what she was passionate about, very open to listening to what it was that would light her up. And that was spirituality and metaphysics and consciousness. And he became very interested in it because of the love that he felt. And he went through one of the most beautiful awakening experiences, all because of love, feeling loved and being awakened by love. And what are we awakening to? Love. And the council says anything that you love has the power to awaken you, whether it's science or technology or a particular sport or music or any sort of passion that you have. It has the power to awaken you. I can also think of some times in my life where people who really didn't know what happens when we die, there was fear about it, not really certain, hoping that, yes, there was some sort of afterlife. And I can think of one particular instance where that person lost a dearly beloved dog that was their best companion. And their love for their dog and the desire to want to know that that spirit of that dog still lives on and is still here allowed them to be open to communication from their beloved animal that had made their transition on the other side and actually did something they probably never thought they would do, which is to reach out to an animal communicator, and received some very specific messages from their dog that made it so clear to them that they just could not doubt that that information came directly from their dog, meaning there is life after death, meaning that nothing really ever dies. We make our transition into higher levels of consciousness beyond physical form, but we are always still here. And this was a very pivotal awakening experience for my friend, who now no longer has a fear of loss or death because they know that that love continues on. So, how do you apply this in your life? If you are someone who is on an awakening path or have come into a place of realization where you have awakened to the truth of who you really are and what's possible for you in life, and even your purpose of why you are here, and yet you have this dream in your heart, maybe like I do, of seeing and living in a fully awakened world where all beings are awakened to the truth and the peace and the love and the harmony and abundance and well-being and freedom that is available to all of us. Well, what we can do to create that vision is to love. Don't try to change people. Don't try to fix people. Just love them. Love them and accept them where they are, exactly as they are. This has one of the most transformational powers. I have seen it in prisons. I have seen it in families. I have seen it in so many different walks of life, that when someone is just loved and accepted for who they are, they change themselves. They wake up to the truth within them because of that love. And we each can do this in our life with everyone in our life, but certainly with those who we feel the greatest connection to, or you may feel closest to in your life. Just love them. Don't try to change them. Don't try to fix them. We all just want to be loved and accepted for who we are. And that is the power of love. When you truly do love and accept someone for exactly who they are, you're aligned to the truth of them. You're aligned to the truth of you. And that has the power to do the most incredible things in your life and in the life of others. The power of love also allows us to fully receive and realize even the grandest manifestations in our life. I have done a lot of reflection on this month, the power of love. One of the things that I did was make a list every day of the things that I love. And I started by saying, okay, I'm just going to make a list of 10 things that I love. But as soon as I started going, I just kept going on and on and on because I couldn't not mention this other thing I love or this other person I love. And my list just kept getting longer and longer. And many days they were the same things, but it connected me right back into that same feeling, that same vibration, that power of love. I really encourage you to embrace this practice or this tool of getting a journal and just choose, maybe for 3 days, maybe for 7 days, maybe just today, if that feels best to you. And make a list of all the things you love and anything that you love and everyone that you love and everyone that you've ever loved. And what did you love about them? And the animals you've loved and the places you've loved and the things you love. Could be music, could be warm baths or sunsets, could be being on the land or out in nature, trees, birds. See, if I get started, it just goes on because then I can't not mention the butterflies and the deer and the horses and kittens and all the other things that I love. So just play with that. And if it feels good to you to make it a habit in your life to just start with 10 things that you really love and see if it doesn't turn into several pages and bring you into a powerful vibration of aligning to love, which is what allows us to realize, to receive, and to manifest even the biggest dreams in our heart. I also reflected on everything I've manifested in my life that I would say was something great, was something really grand. And for some people, there's maybe a couple of things. For others, you might have more and more things that come to mind as you start thinking about things in your life. But there is one thing beneath all of those manifestations, and that is love. There is nothing that we cannot create and manifest and realize in our reality when the underlying energy is love. When I was a kid, I fell in love with a horse named Patrick, who was owned by a dear friend of my family's. Patrick was not for sale, but I was so in love with Patrick. If you know much about horses, he was a Palomino quarter horse. And he was just out in a pasture with lots of other horses, but there was just something about that horse that I loved. And my parents at the time didn't have the money to buy Patrick. Patrick wasn't even for sale, but I, at every opportunity, wanted to go see Patrick. Let's go see Patrick. Where's Patrick? And before long, the woman who owned Patrick realized that I loved this horse, and she loved this horse and wanted him to be in a home where he would be loved. And so she worked out an agreement with my mother, and Patrick became my horse. Patrick was not a super fancy horse, but I loved him so much. There were times in my life where he was boarded in a facility that was about 45 minutes from where I lived, and my mom would take me every day to go ride Patrick and see Patrick 45 minutes each way, and sometimes even farther. But I loved this horse, and then I wanted to show him in horse show competitions. Again, we didn't really have the money or the means to do this, but I really loved Patrick and I wanted to show him. And so it happened. And some years later, I wanted to go to the World Show with Patrick, which was a huge dream and seemingly impossible at the time. But I just loved Patrick and loved showing him and loved it so much. And I can remember the moment that I qualified for the World Show. And I can remember the moment that I got on the airplane to go to the World Show. And I can remember competing at the World Show. And I can tell you, it was all love. It was love that made all of that possible. And I can think of some other stories as well in my life. But I want to bring to your awareness that energy, that power of love, when you really feel it with all of your innocence, then truly anything and everything becomes possible for you. I can think of a dear family member who fell in love with a ranch and really wanted to buy this ranch. And it didn't seem possible, didn't seem like the money was there to do it. But she ended up, through her love for this ranch, manifesting the means and the money to be able to buy it. And she lived there for many, many years with her family. And I always loved hearing that story of how she manifested the ranch. But the story always begins with how much she loved that ranch. And this is true for anything. I'll tell you another one of my favorite stories about love and incredible manifestation. I have a dear friend who really wanted to have a baby. And she wasn't getting pregnant. She had tried everything you could possibly do. And for several years, nothing was working. And so she finally came to the place where she was going to adopt. And she ended up adopting 2 twins. And she was so excited to be a mother, which she had always wanted to be. And she had signed the paperwork for the adoption. The twins were coming. She was so excited, just feeling this incredible love. And she got pregnant. So now she has 3 children that are all the same age. And it was quite funny when they were about 5, 6, 7, because she had 3 7-year-olds, the 2 twins and the son she had biologically. And yet I think about that sometimes because clearly those twins were meant to be her children and she was meant to be their mother. And if you think about the love behind all of that and the love that she felt, the love and the vibration and the frequency of love that she was feeling is what allowed her to conceive a child and just continue to expand that love. So I could go on and on with these examples because they're everywhere if you really tune into them. And there is evidence of the power of love in everything. You know, think about those stories that you hear where a child is trapped under a car and a mother somehow seemingly does the impossible and lifts this car off of their child. That's the power of love. There's so many examples, really. But the power of love can manifest even the biggest dreams in our heart. If love, that power of love, that innocent love is behind that desire, then anything, truly, truly anything is possible for you in your life. So it's a feeling. Feel for it. Feel for that love in your heart and in every cell of your body. Spend a few moments taking some deep breaths and just feeling every cell of your body aligning with that feeling of love. You might even feel the momentum in your body as you start to feel more into the power of love, which is elevating your vibration and your frequency, which allows us to come into that place to actually receive even the grandest of manifestations and those things that might otherwise be impossible without the incredible power of love. And then, if it's fun for you, start making a list every day. Start with 10 things that you love, and keep going if that's fun for you. For me, I just kept thinking of more and more things that I love, the more I began to focus on all of the love and the things that I love about life. The council has been telling us recently in many different messages how important it is to get excited about being excited about your life, to be passionate about the things you're passionate about in life, and to be in love with just being in love with life. Be in love with being in love with you. What do you love about you? What do you love about yourself and your life? Think about that and focus on that. And just see if the most amazing and incredible manifestations don't start showing up in your life in the most easy, effortless, harmonious ways. Get passionate about all the things you are passionate about. Fall in love with being in love with life, being in love with you, and being in love with all the amazing things that are here for you. The power of love. So, we are going to bring in the council for a channeled message for us today. If you are new to me or new to channeling or new to the council, oh, you're in for a treat. And for those of you who love the council as much as I do, we are excited and know the energy and the incredible wisdom that they bring through. But many, many years ago, I had an experience of tuning in through a process called QHHT, developed by Dolores Cannon, to hearing the wisdom of my soul, to getting in touch with my soul or my higher self. And much to my surprise, in elevating my consciousness to that place of being able to allow and receive intuition and guidance from my higher self, I started receiving streams of consciousness from a collective called the Council that are here to help us remember who we are, why we are here, and what our purpose really is, so that we can live our highest potential. So when I bring in the council, I just close my eyes, I take a couple of deep breaths, and then they will bring through a message for us. You may notice that the cadence of my speech changes just a little bit. I am aware of what's going on. I can hear and I'm translating the streams of consciousness that are coming through. So I'm aware of what's going on, but I experience it from a much higher level of consciousness. And a feeling of absolute pure love. So I hope you can feel that in this message today. The council often says that if you are drawn to channeling in any way or channeled messages, you yourself are also a channel. And while it is my great joy to bring the council's wisdom to the world, I am so passionate about all those who are ready being able to open their own channel to higher wisdom and higher guidance. So much of what we speak about and much of what we share is the wisdom to really live your purpose, to live your highest potential in life, and to create your life the way you want it to be. So if you want more information or you want more channeled messages from the council, you can subscribe to this podcast. We do a Journey of the Master podcast episode every month. There are also many free resources at saralandon.com. You'll even find a tab that says free resources. In addition, we give away the highlights of a Grander Perspective series on our website. You can sign up for that. And on our YouTube channel, there's many, many, many channeled messages as well. So sit back, just let yourself receive this. It really is an activation. My eyes are closed, so if you're in a place that you can do so, you may want to close your eyes as well and just feel for the love that comes through. We are so pleased and delighted to have the opportunity to speak with you on this fine and glorious day indeed. And we remind you that while our words to you are important, this is a vibrational experience of remembering the truth of who you really are and why you are here and all that you intended when you chose this magnificent life experience, because we assure you life is meant to be so very good for you. You have come forth, answered the call to be part of the greatest transformation of consciousness that has ever occurred in any lifetime, which is happening now here on earth. This is the time of humanity stepping beyond fear and separation and lack and limitation into freedom, into love, into abundance, into joy, into well-being, into peace. And you, yes, you, are here to first fully awaken to the truth of who you are, then to come into the realization of you, fully into self-realization, the integration of every part of you into your wholeness, completeness, and perfection, and then to realize the highest expression of all that you are in physical form, which means to create, to play, and to love, to create your reality the way you wish it to be, to play in this magnificent experience of form, and to love fully with all that you are, yourself, your life, and all that it includes. You are a powerful creator, and this may be the first time you've ever fully allowed yourself into the awareness that you are the powerful creator of your reality. But you, dear Master, have chosen and summoned this to you so that you may realize your power, your truth, your freedom, and then consciously and intentionally create your life the way you wish it to be. Your experience of life has been providing data and information that have inspired you to desires, to things that you choose for you, to experiences you would like to expand into. Your life experience has inspired an expansion of your own consciousness and potential. Your life experience has inspired a fuller expression of who you really are. And it's time for you to realize all that you are and all that you have become. You are worthy of truly having it all, whatever that means for you. You are more valuable than you could ever possibly imagine. Just you. The light that you are, the soul that you are, the being that you are, the human that you are, just you in a state of joy is one of the most priceless gifts that you give to yourself, to those that you love, and all of humanity. You cannot even imagine the power of you being peaceful, happy, joyful. You can't even imagine the power you have when you are in the moment, in that feeling of love for yourself and for life. Your life is meant to be extraordinary. It is. And anything prior to this moment
was there in your experience to inspire this awareness in this moment now. Your life is meant to be extraordinary. You are worthy of having it all. You can experience anything that you choose for you because you are the powerful creator of your reality. You are not the powerful creator of everyone else's reality. You don't get to choose for others. But we assure you, when you choose peace and joy and love and harmony and freedom and abundance and well-being for yourself, and you live it fully, and you love fully, and you express all that you are, that is your greatest contribution to the great awakening that is occurring of your beloved human family. It is so important for you to fully awaken, come into self-realization, and then realize the dreams in your heart. Realize your desires into form, not from a place of lack and limitation or fear and separation, but to elevate yourself into pure love and joy and peace and harmony and freedom and abundance and well-being. And allow the highest expression of all that you are to manifest in form. When you can feel so clearly into the love that you are and the freedom you have and the power that is you, and you understand that the dreams in your heart were placed there by you, for you. And this is the time for you to realize those dreams in your heart, no matter what they are. Because there is more. There is so much more. And yet, here you are, pioneering new levels of potential and possibility for all of humankind. Here you are, pioneering new levels of consciousness. Here you are, dear Master, in the realization that you are creator of your reality. You could not be more loved. You could not be more loved. You are everything you wish to be. You already are. And so it is. We love you. We love you. We love you. And with that, we are complete. So when it feels good to you, you can open your eyes or just stay in the beautiful vibration of the council's wisdom and message to us. The council has said this is not only the journey of the Master and the decade of the Master, but this is the year of the Master. And whatever dream you have in your heart, you are worthy of realizing that dream. Allow love to light the way. Allow love to inspire you. Allow love to bring you into the absolute knowing that you have realized your dreams. And you will continue to expand from there. You will continue to expand. We are here to live our highest potential. And as we do that, we contribute to
expanding the potentials and the possibilities for all of humankind. So live your very best life. That is your contribution. Allow the power of love to lead you and guide you and inspire you in every moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of our community. And I'll see you next time on the Journey of the Master podcast. Bye, everybody.